How's it going, everybody? My name's Porty. Today I want to talk about a pretty hot topic right now for Dead by Daylight. I want to talk about the positives and the negatives of it, and the possible reasons for the hot topic. And that is the recent announcement from the Dead by Daylight team with the Five Nights at Freddy's announcement. I can't even say chapter because it hasn't been confirmed if it's a chapter or not, although realistically it will be, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. So for the purposes of clarity and context, we're not going to call it a chapter in this video. We are just going to say collaboration. And really quick, because you all know the drill, if you like my content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell, as it helps the channel greatly. And with that little nugget out of the way, let's get into the meat of the thing. So unless you've been living under a rock, you should be aware that Dead by Daylight tweeted on August 5th, 4 days ago from time of recording, a collaboration with Five Nights at Freddy's coming next year in the summer of 2025. Now, personally, I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting for a FNAF chapter or FNAF collaboration, anything in Dead by Daylight for years now. So I'm hoping it's a chapter. Realistically, it's going to be a chapter, but nothing has been said other than the promo image. I would really like to start with the positive here. The positive to that is Dead by Daylight is hopefully going in a really, really good direction with that. And why I say that is because Scott, the original developer of Five Nights at Freddy's, has said that he doesn't really like collaborating that much with his franchise because he likes to keep it pure and purely his own intent. So he doesn't really like collaborating. Even the movie took years for him to make. Primary good thing to look at is the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is not something that often collaborates with things. So the fact that they're open to collaborating with Dead by Daylight is a really, really good sign. And here's the parts that kind of concern me. With the Lara Croft update and subsequent hotfixes and updates afterwards, a lot of game-breaking bugs were introduced into the game that took a long time to fix. The PTB for Castlevania has its own myriad of issues, mostly like visual problems more than anything else, like weird animations for Dracula more specifically, and some of the textures are a little To be fair though, Chucky also kind of had similar problems, and in the end that came out fine. But my main point to this is it feels almost as if the reason why it was announced a year early is because they're struggling to an extent. You see, the timing of the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter coincides with the timing of the next anniversary for Dead by Daylight. That means the FNAF chapter is going to be our next anniversary chapter, assuming it's a chapter. So why would they announce that a year ahead of time? Well, there's two reasons, two possible reasons, because they haven't said anything. Nothing's been confirmed or denied. One is this year, 2024, is the 10th anniversary for Five Nights at Freddy's, which just passed like a day or two ago, very, very recently. Another reason is behind the scenes, the game is struggling. So they needed something to get people excited, to draw in more players, or to retain players, or both. Usually, like an anniversary chapter like this, something big like this, you would want to hold off as much as possible until you have something to show. Usually, I know that's not always been the case with Dead by Daylight, but not usually to this extent. Like a year early announcement is very unusual. So those are the only two reasons to me that make some semblance of sense. I'm sure there are other reasons others could think of. By the way, if you do have any other potential reasons, leave them in the comments. I would love to see other people's reasons. But it is something worth thinking about that could potentially be concerning, because I love this game. Dead by Daylight is my favorite game to play. I stream it all the time. It's literally the main content of this channel. It is genuinely my favorite game available at the moment. But if it is genuinely struggling, that is disappointing. I know it's not been the best year for them with all the game-breaking bugs, the layoffs they had earlier in the year. They've lost a couple of fog whisperers. They had a somewhat called controversial announcement / exposure, I guess, of their consultant program. It's just been a really weird year for Dead by Daylight, which is also even weirder when you think about the fact that anything they've really come out with this year that wasn't a bug, like actual content, was actually like really good for the most part. It's just been a weird year for Dead by Daylight. A lot of good and a lot of bad. Either way, enough of my rambling. I am genuinely very excited for the chapter. Been waiting for it for years. I hope it goes really well. I hope it's not the negative reasons for the super early announcement. I really hope it's just because of the fact that it's FNAF's 10th year anniversary. Hopefully, I don't have to make a super negative update about this in the future. Anyway, again, if you like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave any comments about maybe the reasons that you think they announced it super early below. And on that note, I will catch you guys in the next video.